Well, for our profile on this edition, we turn our cameras on a man who crosses the world to ride here at Poole Speedway. He lives locally at present, Tony Primmer. Tony, many people may not know, but you've got a very established 20-year Speedway career behind you already, which I must admit I found astounding, because I have to say that I knew little about you when you appeared at Poole this year.
Yeah, that's right. I probably started about 1985, I think, at home, and rode for a few summers at home, and everyone else was coming over here to ride, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I come over in 1988, which was probably a year I sort of established myself, I suppose. I rode for Wimbledon, and but I was actually signed with Milton Keynes and saw most of the season with them. And that sort of led to another season with Milton Keynes in '89. That was on the new track they built there. We changed tracks and everything, and promotion and so on. Once again, sort of still establishing myself, but moving to sort of second string, and it wasn't a bad year. But I rode at a meeting in Eastbourne during that season, and I'd never ridden there before and really enjoyed the track, and then the option came up to go there for 1990, and so I made the move there, which I really enjoyed that year. It was mainly because it was a track I wanted to ride on, and I had a good year there, but then the promotion decided they weren't going to run the next year, so I ended up getting shuffled around. I ended up going to the British League with Oxford. Probably not the wisest move when I look back at it, and I rode number 2 alongside Hans Nelson while I was there, and not an easy job, and basically eventually went out backwards money wise, and I had to pull the pin, and I went home from that, and still raced at home, on all types of racing for years at home. Speedway was just a bit through summer, and dabbled in a bit of road racing with some success, but not the money to. It's a lot more expensive than Speedway. Yeah. So.
After a 10-year period out of this country, all of a sudden you've appeared back on the scene. I'm fascinated to know how that came about. Was it Matt that made the call?
Well, I suppose it was Matt that made the call, but I'd already been here for a couple of years. I came over in 2001 to mechanic for Adam Shields, and spent the season with him, and I even had people sniffing around a bit then, but I need a work permit to ride, and so I went home and was so keen. I had a really good summer at home, some good results, and from that, actually I met someone while I was here, so I decided to come back again, and I helped Dave Watt for most of the time. He was at Newcastle for most of the last year, and had a bit of a ride with Trelawney, but wasn't a good move really. I think they were looking for something different, yeah. So that didn't really work out, and that was my work permit gone for last year. Went home again, still keen to ride. Bit of a lack of meetings at home, but I did my state championship, which was you're qualifying for your work permit, but I was involved in a bit of a big crash in the semi-final, so I didn't actually get to the final to get my work permit, so that was out the window, and so I was a bit dejected with the whole thing. I still come back anyway to see my other half, Maria. Better mention that. And then, yeah, I don't know when it was, mid-May or something, I don't know. Matt rang me and said we're doing this British League Cup, and we've got to downsize our team, so we need someone. You're local. I think we've got enough to build a bike here for you, and do you want to have a ride?
Being at Poole, obviously Maria is a big draw, but what are the other good things about being at Poole? Because we do talk to the riders, and they tell us that Poole is a great place to ride. It's a good club. Is that the same for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, all those years that I rode here before, I wouldn't say I rode for the greatest promotions. A couple were okay, but generally, I always wanted to ride for somewhere good, and a lot of the teams I rode for before were struggling you know, at the bottom of the league, and I was trying to learn my craft and carrying the team half the time. So it was hard work, but to be involved with the whole scene here, the club and all the riders, and it's a good atmosphere. It's a good place, so I enjoy living around in the area. So I'm happy.
And they've got a great fan base?
Oh yeah, yeah. It does affect you and how you ride, I think. I've ridden in front of next to nobody, and I've ridden in front of, I think, 35,000 at Sydney Showground, and the atmosphere is unbelievable. The big crowds, it does play on you. Yeah, you feel like you really want to put on a show. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. We wish you the best of luck, and we hope we'll see a lot more of you in Poole.